Welcome to Talkin Baseball. In today's episode, we sat down with a guy that's much better at baseball, taller, better looking. Should I redo that? Whatever.
It's perfect.
All right, tough timing on the intro there. Taylor Hearn's the guest.
Yeah.
Welcome to Talkin Baseball. My name's Jimmy. Jake's sitting over here. Bug dude over there. Trevor Plouffe did not come to Arlington with us, so he's not part of this interview, but we love him dearly. We were in Dallas. Taylor Hearn came over, hung out with us for like a long time, played some blitzball, sat down, had a chat, went over some of his game footage with him. It was a really fun time. It's a long interview. It got very just conversational at the end. I think you guys will enjoy that. But he's awesome. Jake, any thoughts before we throw it to this?
He's great, and it was, we like to peel back the layers for you guys. I mean, this is what we hoped a lot of our year would be when we got a studio in the Bronx. We thought, guys on road trips would bump through, say hi, kick them off to the field. So it was cool we actually got to do this, and yeah, we played blitzball for like an hour, and we just talked, man, and he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Better looking than you. But
yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, I think you made him you were like, let's put the dwarfs on the end or something like that. What you call it? Something like that.
Hobbits. I usually go hobbits.
Hobbits on the end, and he was like genuine, like, no, come on, don't talk bad about yourself like that.
It's like, if you think that.
Yeah. So anyway, this interview is brought to you by DraftKings. This Sunday will truly be a Sunday like no other. With this weekend's major golf tournament, along with both professional and collegiate football, there will be no shortage of action. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook, wants to put you in the center of the action with so many different ways to make it rain. If you haven't tried this app yet, head to the App Store now because you don't want to miss this. Celebrate Sunday's action. DraftKings ensuring all new users are covered up to $100. That's right. You bet. They cover the risk with free Sunday betting on all Sunday's action. What? That was weird. There's a lot of commas in that sentence. This weekend, there's plenty of action to get in on, so head to the app now and start making it rain. Whenever I say head to the app, I want to say head to the App Store.
Right.
I've caught myself twice now, like,
Huge.
Jake, you got any golfers you like?
Oh, my God. So many.
Okay, cool.
Masters rolling up.
Bet on all those guys. On
Yeah.
top of those great sign-up offers, DraftKings will have special promotions and odds boosts every day of this year's tournament in Augusta, Georgia. DraftKings is safe, reliable, and secure, making it easy for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Jomboy when you sign up to get this can't-miss offer. DraftKings Sportsbook is insuring your Sunday bets up to $100. That's right, you bet, and they cover up to $100 when you use promo code Jomboy during sign-up. For a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, you must be 21 or older. New Jersey only. Risk-free coverage paid out in site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Baseball.
We are joined by recurring guest, Easy Hunch, Taylor Hearn. What's going on, big dog?
Doing good, man. Trying to stay warm.
Dude, it's been bad, man.
Yeah.
This is like as bad as Dallas Tech DFW weather gets. IMO. You get one ice storm a year, and then it's this.
I guess we'll see in December. Usually it'll get a little worse in December.
I don't think so.
But I mean,
This isn't just cold, though. It's like gross out.
yeah.
Like yesterday was nasty. I was just at the dollar store buying this pen. And,
Flex.
yeah, huge. And the two ladies that work on the counter were debating if snow is good or not. And one was like, really like, I want snow. And I was like, does it snow here? Does it ever snow here?
Not really. It's more so. I tell people when you come to Dallas, you more so get ice than snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it's what's going on? We're in your
That TV on.
home. I won't say it. Well, actually, this is your hometown. You're a Dallas guy.
Yeah.
Arlington, Dallas, a little different. Do you spend a lot of time in Arlington? I mean, do you have like your food spots you hit up if you're on the way to the office, or what's Arlington to you?
Need your signature.
It's more so. I don't really stay in Arlington. I stay in downtown right now. So most of the good food spots are in downtown somewhat.
Yeah.
But there's some really good ones out here.
Let's see it.
Herdado Barbecue. It's not too far from
Okay.
here. You guys got to try that out.
We haven't really done good food yet at all.
Why not?
Because we don't have a car, and it was gross out.
We're dumb, yeah.
And we're dumb.
You
We
don't get a
did.
car?
Let's see. I'll tell you what we did, and you'll probably be upset with us. We did Airway Hamburger Place. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, continue.
Jake did Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
Chick breakfast. I mean, that's just to get it going a little bit.
You can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A breakfast.
It was a play. You know,
What else did we do? We did that taco place that you know.
Torchies.
Yes.
I like Torchies.
I love Torchies.
Torchies are good.
Yeah, that was good. That's really all.
That Torchies has been like our good food play of the weekend.
It's you can't go wrong with that though. Either that or Chick-fil-A, and then sure enough for you guys, like how far your house is here, Chick-fil-A is not too far.
Yeah, I was hoping, and maybe if the Dodgers win tonight, that would clear up our tomorrow a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Then maybe we'll get some Dallas BBQ, some Lockhart or something.
Herdado, right across the street.
That's the spot.
It's one of them.
Okay.
You like it?
Okay.
Signature is very tidy.
Oh, that is a tidy signature. You
What
have
do you
put
think
some
about
time into
Jake's?
that. I mean, don't look at that too close.
Can we get a second try?
No.
People ask us to sign things now when they see us. Like
Well, y'all are famous. What do you
at
expect?
spring training, they're like, can you sign this ball? And we're like, you don't want his signature on the ball.
Why not?
Because look at it. He's got to work on it, I think. That just looks like you went up. That looks like a heart rate monitor.
That's my move. I think I got to get like a stamper thing.
No, wait. My biggest question is, can you fit that on a baseball?
I can fit that on a baseball. Goes all the way around.
Sign the clean fuego.
Sign the clean fuego. No, I mean, I can tighten it up, guys. Guys, enough about me. Doesn't write on the clean fuego.
Came out great.
I really
lucky
want to
there.
see that signature on a baseball.
Okay. We'll figure that out. Do we have a baseball?
It'd be like the Salto La Macchia name that like rainbows his
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah, that's my play.
You're signing it, and you got to twist it a little. You
Yeah.
just keep signing it.
It's not going to be a tight sig. All right, enough about us.
Have you been watching these World Series games? Like when the season ends, do you tune in?
Yes and no. I kind of do and kind of don't. I mean, I try to watch them. I know game 5? Game 5 I did.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
The
Kershaw
game.
Yeah. I watched that one. But the other ones I really haven't. I just been moving around, working out as well. But yeah, I've been trying to stay up to date with them. I usually catch like when I get done with things. I usually catch like the last like 4 or 5 innings. You know when it matters. I guess.
Yeah, the more I talk to ball players, the more like watching a game on TV, they're like,
Yeah.
like it's not the same as
No,
having
it's
a
not.
view in the dugout or the bullpen. Like,
It's not. It's really not. And plus, I've had people ask me that have gotten tickets, and they've asked me, they're like, hey, like you want to go with me? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I kind of want to.
why would you want to sit in the seat and then
This is my
well,
office.
Yeah, but it's and that's the thing I tell them. I'm like, I play to the stadium all year. Like I don't want to sit in the stands. Like if I'm not playing in the game, I don't really want to go to a baseball game. I'd rather just watch it on TV.
Are any of the guys in the World Series? Are they like your guys? Any guys you've trained with or you played with earlier?
Yeah. A couple of them on the Dodgers. Trying to think. Played in the fall league with them. Still cool with them. Matt Beatty, Will Smith. Those 2 guys for sure. And then Tampa Bay. I know Austin Meadows, and then I know Glass now. I rented a house from him when I was in the Florida State League in Florida.
Okay.
I was with the Pirates, so.
Okay. And then, my other one was going to be, there's a couple lefties in this series. I mean, Kirsch, Snell. Right. Are any of the lefties, I mean, what's his name? Gonzalez is shoving out of the pen for the Dodgers. Are any of those lefties guys that you look at for lefty stuff, or are they kind of different mixes and you're like, I don't care about them?
No, no. Like with Kershaw, it's some stuff as well. Whether that's with the slider and stuff like that. And then some of the stuff I've gotten is me and Blake Snell kind of have the same similarity, like velocity and stuff wise as well. Like I don't have the big breaking ball, but I have a slider. He throws his, so same thing somewhat. So like I definitely do. It probably those 2 guys.
Okay.
I got the slider numbers here because when we had you on during quarantine, you had told us that you found the new slider grip from watching DeGrom.
Yeah.
And and it's really a fastball grip that you kind of just
Tweaked it, yeah.
Tweaked it a little bit?
Yeah.
Did you stick with that grip?
I did. So, like, the Rangers kind of changed it a little bit early on in the season, and then I kind of told them, I was like, this gripper is not working for me, so I kind of had to go back to the old one. Well,
It's tough.
Half a baseball.
Tough when you're missing 2/3 of the baseball.
Yeah. So
Stack
I
'em
guess
together.
okay. So
Clean fuego.
Yeah, I'll just do it with that one. So usually with the U shape of the baseball, I'll usually put my fingers on the seam. So like if like the U shape was going like this, I'll put my fingers on the seam like that. But what they had me doing was kind of more so they wanted more of like a big sweeper. And I didn't really mind that, but I just thought like I kind of liked the other one better, so I kept with that one. That was more like the cutter-ish one, and so that one kind of worked for me. But yeah, just running my fingers off the seam a little bit and being able to get my hands on one side of the ball, so that way it has no choice but to go back the other way.
It's big. The thumb placement's kind of bigger than I always thought it was. Like
huge.
To make sure that you're actually on both sides, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially like on changeups too. I think that's why, like my trainer Omar Washington, the guy I continue to work with, that's something he always taught me was whenever I did throw my changeup, I always make sure like my thumb was underneath it because the same thing as your fastball. So that's kind of why I've always had success with a changeup.
Do you look at all these numbers? Like I have here, like your slider this year. You got
Jimmy's becoming a nerd.
Yeah, I'm
worried about it.
227 X slugging on your slider. Do you know that stuff at all?
I really don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one should. Yeah.
I really don't.
We wanted to play a game though. This isn't the game I want to play. Do you remember? According to this, it says you threw 1 2-seamer all season.
No.
Do you think you did? Do you think they have it wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what funny thing about that is, I actually had a couple people that were watching games, and they were asking me like, "Oh my god, like I didn't know you threw a sinker." And I'm like, "I don't throw a sinker." They're like, "Well, on TV, they're always putting it as a sinker." I'm like, "No, I throw strictly a 4-seam changeup and slider. Like I don't throw a sinker."
This is the pitch they say was the only sinker you threw all season.
Okay.
It looked like a 4-seam.
We should file a complaint.
Also looked like a real nice pitch.
Fouled off to the right.
That looked pretty straight to me.
Yeah. So okay.
Can we see that again?
Minus 1 point for Baseball Savant.
Is that to Ty France?
Ty France.
Yeah, I was trying to get up in the kitchen a little bit.
Also says you only threw 1 changeup to a lefty all season. Do you remember that?
I could see that probably.
It was Muncy.
Sure, this wasn't the bomb he hit off me.
I was gonna say, is this post bomb? I give him a new look.
No, this
In
was
a
this
key
was
part of the
this was
game,
post-bomb.
trying to hold on to a lead.
Is that a
Runners
changeup?
Yeah,
Also,
going,
strike
going.
doesn't get called.
Yeah, I'm
Blue misses the call.
Trying to hold on.
Yeah,
to a
you know what's funny about that? That was I came into that game and first pitch it was Mookie and somebody else on first, and they pulled a double steal on me. First pitch. So I was kind of like, oh, well, yeah, welcome to the big league.
Is that the worst? Because that happened the other day. Who was it? McClanahan, the dude on the Rays.
Well, it was his MLB debut.
MLB debut in the playoffs. He comes in out of the pen, double steal instantly.
Yeah.
No, it was Glaber just stole on him first pitch, and Glaber's not a base stealer.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, what? And then Brett Gardner gave him like a 8-pitch at bat, and then chopped one over his head. He ran to field it. His second baseman and him collided, and that was his first 3 pitches in the big leagues.
Really?
The first at batter. Yeah, it's like welcome.
Yeah. Welcome
Make
to
his
the big
debut in
leagues.
the playoffs and gets run over by his second baseman right away.
Can't draw that up any better though.
It's tough, man.
But I know for a fact that was probably one of maybe 4 or 5 changeup I threw to maybe lefty. I think he was the first one I threw one to.
When you guys played the Dodgers this year, did you walk away and being like, they're the dudes?
Oh,
like
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, from top to bottom, that lineup was just crazy. I mean, but like the thing is, like when they took away the pitchers hitting, it was basically like, I mean, there was like no holes in the lineup, Like it already was like, they always had a pretty good lineup and really good. But yeah, I mean, shoot, going in that game, I forgot who it was. It was Muncy, Bellinger I faced as well. I know I faced Beatty. Struck him out, by the way.
Oh,
nice. What's the combo? What's the combo after that?
He laughed about it when I came to the park the next day. He kind of laughed about it. He's like, you know, that ball was. I was like, I don't know. He called it a strike. So. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, hey, I just execute.
I'm just playing the game. Yeah,
that's it. You know, that's like whenever I pitched in Seattle, and I was facing Shed Long, and I go back and look at the video, and that ball was like probably like 2 balls out. A ball or 2 out, and he called it a strike 3. And Shed like looked up and looked at me, and I just turned around.
Yeah.
And then I come out the next day, and we're out at BP, and I'm talking to him. He goes, "You know that ball was out, right?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "That looked pretty good." He's like, "No, that ball was out." I was like, "No, I don't know." He called it strike 3, so I was like, "I'll take that punchy though."
Clip the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
I was like,
clip the corner.
I think it got just enough. Though.
Yeah.
Dodgers can beat you in like 20 different ways too. That's why their lineups. Like Muncy's just been walking this whole postseason,
right?
And then you got sack bunts.
Well, it's just gross. I mean,
doubles.
the teams like they platoon Jock Peterson and AJ Pollock, who like
would be
at
starters.
different times. You know, Jock was the leadoff guy for this Dodgers team for a while, and like what he does against righties is disgusting. Pollock was like the best player on the Diamondbacks for a while,
for sure.
Oh, here's the other. Do you remember? The only guy you hit by a pitch this year. Tim Lopes.
Oh, first outing.
This is your first outing?
Uh-huh.
What batter? Oh, we got volume.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I didn't.
That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we slow that down a little bit? Let me see.
Let's see. The volume. I don't want that on.
So this is your first outing this year.
Yeah.
Were you feeling it a little bit?
I mean, that's right there. Look.
Yeah.
Then it gets away a little bit. Gets up there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, I mean, no crowd. We were talking about the fake crowd noise a little bit. You're getting back out there. You still got a little jitter in the legs, or
for sure?
Yeah,
for sure. It was. It was just crazy because it's in a new stadium also, and it's a tight situation. When I came in, I think it was runners at first and second. And I think I walked the bases loaded on. Didn't do that on purpose, and then got out of it, double play. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous. I came in there. I talked to Woody and Julio, our pitching coach. And I told him, I was like, I apologize for it. I was like, hey, I hope you guys know, like, I'm a little amped up. They're like, no, it's fine. We know, it's been a while for you. So, like, we kind of did that. But, like, man, you look like you were just out there pitching. I was like, I kind of did. I was like, after 3 or 4 pitches, I kind of just calmed down a little bit. But, I mean, it was, like I told him, it's like, it's been over a year since I've played. So, I was like, it was a long time waiting.
2 different injuries, right?
Yeah.
And then the debut, which was not something to remember.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot coming back. I was reading about it, and Trevino was kind of like took the time with the media, and it was like, I hope everyone realizes how cool this was for Hearn.
Yeah.
See your boy?
Yeah. We're real tight. Real tight.
It was cool of him to like kind of be like, hey, this is a cool journey that he went through.
Yeah.
He's like, even though it's just in the back end.
Yeah, it was crazy, too, because whenever he got hurt last year, we kind of rehabbed together down in Arizona, and we talked a lot, and he was, always asking me how I'm doing and everything. I'm like, dude, I'm good. I'm like, I'm just waiting to get back out there. And then, another injury happened after that. But yeah, he, he's definitely one of the guys I'm close with on the team for sure. But yeah.
Did you like coming out of the pen? I know we talked earlier before the season, and it wasn't something that you were.
I didn't know it was going to happen either.
Yeah, but you said you're ready. Like, I'm ready. I can do it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a different side because I've never got a chance to do it. And of course, the first time you're coming out of the pen is in the big league, so that's kind of interesting. But no, it was fun. I mean, I think it just goes to show. I mean, that pitchers are just some of the goofiest people in the world. I mean, we had some of the craziest conversations down there. We had like Jesse Chavez down there. I'm trying to think who else we have. Other veteran guys. We had like Nick Goody. Can't remember, but it was a lot of young guys as well. But like it was fun. I've never had so much fun.
I mean, let's open it up a little bit. I mean, if there's a weird combo that jumps out, or maybe
is there a combo that you always got back to?
A good sports debate that always came back, like you had a Lakers Celtics thing going on down there, or what?
You guys are kind of alone. Usually, you can point at the crowd and be like, "Look at that idiot! Look at that girl! Look at that!" Now it's like you're just in an empty stadium out there.
Yeah. Jeez. I think we had a lot of combos. It was a lot. it was a lot. I think just us absorbing the new stadium somewhat.
Okay.
But being so like what a lot of people don't know is like in the home bullpen, I think in the visitors too, there's actually 2 TV screens in there. So we were, we go in that first time and we're thinking like, oh man, we're gonna be able to get the home plate view. sure enough, we don't. We get the one that's above center or behind home plate, like at the very top.
Like looking out?
Yeah, like looking out. So like when you're looking out, it's,
like if I wanted to watch my little cousin's like AA.
Yeah.
Like,
but you're basically like
feed.
you were basically watching it from the nosebleed.
Yeah.
Like it was like very up and you could see the whole field and everything. So you're like
great view of the defensive shifts.
Yeah, exactly. But like you couldn't really see much.
No.
Yeah. So that was one thing we just kept talking about. We're like, with the the scandal and everything. They're like, yeah, you can't be having the home plate, like this view. So we were like, so we can't really see, what he's doing to this guy. So now it's kind of like, we got iPad and video, so it's like that's all we had. So like, I'd say that was probably it. But it was a lot of football trash talking, of course.
Okay.
I think I took it the most because being a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
so,
man.
So, I kind of wore that.
What's up, dude? Ben DiNucci season? I think that's what's going on now.
Garrett Gilbert, too.
I think now you got to pay Dak, though. I mean.
I agree. Do you, though?
Ooh, now let's talk about it.
How bad is it? Like, what's the return?
Well, the Cowboys are looking bad. They just got beat by the Washington football 25-3.
Yeah.
Dalton was backing up. He got knocked out.
Who's the other guy in the bullpen that's giving you all the most shit? Like that?
Just with like football and everything?
Yeah, with football.
Probably. He probably doesn't give me the most, but he texted me after the Cowboys played him was our new pitching coach Doug Mathis.
Oh, okay.
He's a Cardinals fan.
Okay.
So he kind of wore that. But yeah, it was a lot. I mean, I don't really say much. I kind of just like there's like 2 or 3 of us down there that are Cowboys fans that are from here and just stuff like that. But like there's a mixture. Everybody's like, I can't really talk. My team sucks this year. But it was a lot of fantasy football talk as well. So
yeah.
There was. I'll say this: the conversations were a lot of fantasy football trades.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I like that.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys. We had enough for like 2 different leagues. So.
Who's the bad trade guy? Because every league has it, and they're the worst.
Bro, did you see my trade?
Like they send you that trade offer, and it's like, come on, you're offering me a worse running back and a worse wide receiver.
Yeah.
For upgrades.
Okay,
there.
so Lance Lynn actually took like 5-6 running backs, right?
I mean,
so his philosophy was, I'm gonna take.
But that was his plan.
That was his plan.
Okay.
His plan was to take 5 or 6 running backs, and then being able to trade to get other pieces. Right?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like, I kind of get that, but then I'm like, we're like.
What's Lance playing on? Like, is he bringing his laptop around? He doesn't have a smartphone.
I mean, he's got something that's been working.
Calling a payphone to someone else.
He pays someone to do it.
Yeah. So like, I mean, in our like division or whatever you want to call it, our league, it's like it's all the veteran guys. It's like, I mean, I'm in here with like Jordan Lyles and Jeff Mathis and Lance Lynn and then Sensu Chu and a bunch of other guys. And I'm just like, okay, well. I can't try to. I'm not that I'm the type that gets over on people. I'm like, okay, I really can't try to do that with him, So then, like, after like 2 weeks in the season, Michael Thomas gets hurt, and I remember I walk in the locker room and Lance goes, "Hey, check your phone." So I check my phone. I check my phone, and it's a trade offer from him. And I'm like, I look at it. He wants Michael Thomas. For like Todd Gurley and somebody else.
He's hurt, bro.
Yeah,
you don't
but
want
like,
him.
But at the time, though, he was looking like he was going to come back in the next like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, why would I give him up? He's like, I don't know. He's like, you're looking a little thin at running back. I'm like, not really. I'm like, I got.
He just wanted to say that line to everyone in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking thin at running back.
Lance didn't check the scores. He just checked everyone else's running back.
Yeah, that's what he did. But he didn't look and see I had Raheem Morster. I had DeAndre Swift. I had Austin Eckler. Yep. Like, I had some pretty good guys too. So I was
But you were looking thin at running back.
To him, yes.
To him, you were looking thin.
Yeah, but now, like, I mean, we're 8 games in. He's 1-7, so I think it's.
And that's obvious too. I think Lance knew he was going 1-7.
Walker Buehler told us that. Was it Walker that told us that the Dodgers fantasy football team, the Dodgers GM Friedman's in it, right?
Is he really?
The GM or one of the guys up top, and
maybe
it's
wasn't
like
Friedman, but one of the GMs, and it's like, well, dude, you actually do this for a living. You get some insight on the trades,
and like, I don't know, man, that would sketch me out. Like, I'm not trading with that guy.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind it if JD was in it, but I'd be a little skeptical too.
Yeah.
Like, he knows probably a little bit more than I do.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too
like,
much.
Like he may know something a little bit more that this guy's gonna be out. So hey, I'll give you him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like,
Or just like you see his trade strategy, like the way he offers you a trade. You're like, is this how you call up Brian Cashman and do it?
Yeah.
Like, same
no,
terminology?
yeah. That's a good fly. I didn't even. Yeah. It would. Did he say like if it's weird or anything or like?
He just made some jokes about it. I forget really. But I thought it was interesting.
I thought
That is interesting.
because who was the guy? Stripling. Stripling was in the league, and then he got traded.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying.
Was Jock in
I'd
the
be
league?
nervous about that, you know?
Because the Jock situation, that'd be really.
Right?
That would be.
Because Jock was.
Do you think Jock just offers him trades every day and then he rescinds them?
Just a reminder.
Never mind.
Every day after the trade deadline, Jock Peterson then offered a trade every day.
Yeah, that would definitely be some interesting conversations right there.
Did I read that the Rangers now are going to have 2 pitching coaches? Is that the Rangers?
I don't know if I think it's just more so like Doug just moved up from bullpen to main pitching coach, and then our AAA pitching coach is now our bullpen guy.
Oh, okay.
Basically,
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know who worded that. That was kind of weird though. I didn't know they worded it like that though.
Yeah, I think I read that there was they were like 2 pitching coaches now, but
Maybe, I don't know. Like they haven't. I mean, I just from what I've seen. So I don't know. Maybe it is, but I just know that like he got moved from the bullpen to main pitching coach, and then AAA's guy Sags, who's gonna be our bullpen guy. So yeah.
did you spend a lot of time with him in AAA?
At the alternate side, I did. Whenever I was there for like a week or whatever it is. Like we got some really good work done. I have a good relationship with him and Doug as well.
Did you do like exit interview stuff at the end of the season at all?
Yeah, we did. We actually did it on Zoom. We were in L.A.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Usually you're used to like sitting in exit meetings and it's like this in person, you know?
Yeah.
It was a Zoom call, and so.
I mean, is it kind of light, or because I mean, you went out and you kind of did your thing this year. I mean, I know. When we had you on last time, Trevor Plouffe was telling you, like, bro, get in that bullpen, collect a paycheck, get people out. And, hey, if you watch this World Series, it is not bad. But you also want to start. I'm assuming you still want to start. Like, in the exit interview, are you saying that? Are they saying that?
They kind of, well, you know what, they know I like it, and they kind of brought it up to me and asked me about it. They're like, do you want to go back to starting? Because, like, we want to see you start. So
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So I'll definitely, get a shot in spring training and try to win a job for sure.
Yeah.
So, but no, the exit meeting was good. They said a lot of good things. They're like, you had a really good year this year, coming up here in a role that, you've never been in.
Yeah.
And they're like, you adapted, and like you got better as the season went on. And I told them, like, that's just my thing. Is like whenever the season starts, like, don't judge me off of what I do the first couple of weeks or whatever, because I say I usually make adjustments as the season goes. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, it was weird because I'm in LA and I want to go explore, and I'm doing a Zoom exit meeting in my hotel room for like 20, 30 minutes. And, so you're like, oh, okay. Like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, yours sounds fun, though. Congratulations. And we want you to start again.
Yeah.
It's a good exit meeting.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. It was, this year though was just crazy though, with the whole getting tested and everything, doing a saliva test once, every other day.
Was it, I feel like the normal, like if you talk to almost anyone in society, I mean, there's good days, there's weird days, and there's bad days. I mean, is it kind of the same thing? Like there's days you're playing baseball, it's a good time, and then there's days when you're just looking around at empty stands and being like, what?
Oh, for sure.
What's going on?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And a bunch of the stadiums that we went to, I still remember it. Like I'm on the mound and I'm pitching or doing whatever, and I'm walking around. I'm like, it's too quiet here.
Yeah.
It's like I can hear what our guys are saying in dugout. I can hear what their guys are saying in dugout. So I'm like, that I shouldn't be able to hear that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird. I kind of missed the one thing I did miss though was like hitting, like pitching and being able to see foul balls getting hit and seeing people like scramble for them.
Yeah.
It's so weird because because I see cardboard cutouts get hit and I'm like, oh dang, that could actually like knock somebody out. So
Yeah.
So that it was kind of interesting from that standpoint.
Are the bullpens stacked? Are you really close to the away? I'm trying to think.
No, they're
So is that San Diego?
center field splits them.
San Diego and LA we were stacked.
Stacked. Okay.
Anaheim, yeah.
Because that's got to be interesting with no fans. And
It is.
being able to hear the bullpens
It is.
really well.
It is because like even in San Diego bullpen, you're like there's able where fans could come see you and everything, even like in LA as well. But yeah, ours aren't. Ours are pretty good far away where like you can still get to the other bullpen, but you just got to go through like center field, and it takes like 2 seconds to get there.
Yeah, dude, warming up in the bullpen with like fans in the middle of the game. There's some stadiums, in David Cohn's book, he said that it was the scariest thing you had to do was do it at Fenway.
Yes,
warm
that's
up
what I've
in
heard.
the bullpen at Fenway because they're right on top of you. He called it like the coop or something like that. And he was like, even as a starting pitcher, they get there early to talk shit. So next year, you got that to look forward to.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah?
I cannot wait for. I've seen video of David Price, Kershaw, Felix Hernandez, and like just them warming up, just doing their thing, just looking at video of them and stuff. And I think it's so fascinating because all that video I see is from Boston. They're like right here on them, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like I kind of like that when
it's like a gladiator.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. I love it though.
Man, I got to show you my pitches.
Please.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Okay.
I need I need your opinion because I got to strike Trev out. So this is Big Baby David in the back alley in the Bronx.
This is our office. So
yeah, 2 pitches
very
here.
Beautiful.
Oh, change up.
Split finger. It works 1 in 20 times.
It's like the Clemens drop.
And then
ball.
there's his fastball.
Yeah.
So you think I can get Trev out with those?
What's the spin rate on that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
High.
Here, pitching ninja got me. BBD saw about 30 terrible pitches.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest setups of the year.
Yeah. Can you throw that ball, Zach? So I need some grips because the split doesn't work and my tiny fingers. Like, look at your fingers. Do that with your fingers and let's see the difference.
Get a little deeper in the pocket.
Yeah, you got to go a little deeper.
Yeah. It's nasty, but it only drops correctly like 1 out of 20 times, would you say?
Yeah.
A lot of times I just spike it.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, but when it works, though.
Jeez. That was the good one. Yeah. What do they usually do?
Just go
right into the ground.
Right into the ground.
Yeah.
I need to release it like aiming at a cloud for it to have that effect.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. From throwing a splitter, I've never thrown one, but like I messed around with one last year, and I just know from like talking to guys that throw splitters, you really want to have like a loose wrist with it.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Huge.
So
Write that down.
Well, you want to basically have a loose wrist with it when you throw it, and like so it just spins off like that.
Splitter, loose wrist.
Did you see the splitter thing that Chapman started throwing towards the end of this year?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I didn't even know he had a splitter.
Well,
Nobody did.
You're a lefty that throws gas. How much confidence would you have
to take that to the mound?
Do that? He took it to the mound. He only threw it 4 times, and they threw it in like the biggest at bats in the playoffs.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Especially if it's. I mean, unless I'm just like, if I warmed up with it and I'm throwing it for strikes, I'll maybe throw it once.
Try.
Like if I'm like in back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not really gonna mess with it in the playoffs. Is this it?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I know there's some good videos.
Oh.
Because it like knuckles a little bit. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, so that's his grip on it. There's some better ones though,
Oh my God.
But I felt bad for the catchers. Like Gary wouldn't call for it, and Chapman would shake to it, but then he had like a missed play in the playoffs. It's like, dude, I've never caught that pitch from you before.
Oh my God. That thing goes straight down too.
It's nasty. It's just kind of crazy that to have the confidence. Like, how long do you think he was working on this in the background?
That's what I'm saying.
Are you gonna mess with like? Are you planning on trying messing with any pitches this offseason, or is it just improving on fastball slider change?
Biggest thing is just improving on that. I think more so this year, what I'm working on is continue at fixing mechanically. So I've been doing that, and I've actually already made really good progress with it. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what it's going to look like come game time, like when I start throwing off the mound, like full speed and everything. Because right now, like I just like it's cleaned up a lot of stuff, and like more so the arm. But like I mean, it's been really good. Like I've only been working on it for 2 weeks, and we've already fixed it.
Really?
So now it's just continue just trying to do it consistently.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe hopefully it'll be a little velocity spike jump. So
Little velo.
Yeah. The biggest thing is try to get back to hopefully, trying to throw 100 again.
Easy hunch.
Well, because I got buddies that are always like, dude, when are you gonna go back for that 100? I'm like, you think it's easy? Like I'm just gonna sit here and just be like, oh, here it is. It's like I'm actually trying to, but I was like,
Oh, you want that?
Yeah. But it's like I'm not Ross Chapman. I can't sit there and reach for 102.
What was your fastest you got up to
this year?
Yeah.
And Jimmy will fact check it on
probably
Baseball
will.
Savant.
Maybe
He's on it right now.
You know what? I've actually started to, like, when they do send that out and like I look at it, I've always like, okay, it's not so if it's 98.6, I'm like, oh, it's 99.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Rules of rounding. Rules of rounding. That goes up. That goes up, man.
I mean, I tell myself that.
Yeah.
But then the coach is like, oh yeah, you had 97, 98, whatever it is, and I'm like, 0.5, 0.6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. You got the number, Jim?
That's kind of hard to sort. We got a 97 here to Evan White. You think you got a 98?
I had a 98 in San Diego.
There's a 98 on there.
All right. I did. Probably Crawford took it right down the middle.
He said that, not me.
Those
are baseball jokes right there. Those are baseball.
Is there a situation that you can, like, when it? This is a weird question. Like a specific situation where you're like, "Yep, I got this guy." Like, is it like after he swings at the slider in the dirt, you could come back with a fastball, or after he chases this, okay, I have him set up perfectly. No,
never have. That and I'm being completely honest with you. That has never ever crossed my mind. Even in the big leagues, because like this isn't like now. I will say this: if it's like low A or high, like I'd be like, yeah, I got it. Like now, when I got to like Double A, Triple A, and big leagues, I'm like, no, I can't think that way because I can sit here and blow 2 fastballs while somebody think, okay, I'm gonna blow a third one, and it's like, nah, I'll be ready for it.
What about a spot in the zone? Like your slider, I was watching a bunch, and like when you go low with that slider, low and away to a righty, like that was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Is there a zone or with a pitch that you feel most comfortable like putting this pitch in that spot?
I used to get really, really comfortable throwing fastballs inside glove side to righties, but now I've actually started doing it more like more arm side because I had a tendency to always try to come in there, and I got to the point where I started seeing guys backing off the plate because they knew I was coming in so much, so they would that ball could look like it's down the middle for them. So then that kind of forced me in Double A to go back to the outside. So I mean, I don't know, it's kind of hard, but like honestly, I got to the point where I kind of just try to put it anywhere. That makes sense.
Yeah. Jake, show him your changeup grip.
Oh.
I mean, you just got to pronate, when it comes out, and just flip it over like that.
That much?
Yeah. Oh, it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
So I'll probably be in the training room afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you don't want to use that.
Oh, that's not good.
me.
Then. That's not good. Then. Never mind.
It's a Jake thing.
I like the pronation though, because that's true though.
Oh yeah.
It's all Jake says now.
That's all I know.
Pronate it.
Yeah.
That's if I was a pitching coach.
I'd
just walk past the guys and be like, "Hey, just pronate. Just pronate."
I mean, when you think about it, you naturally do with every pitch though. Like every fastball, every changeup, or whatever it is, like you naturally pronate. So like I could see that.
Yeah.
You
could take that.
I talked to a player who said that his pitching coach. I won't name any names. Like he was trying to fix his curveball, and he asked his pitching coach. He said, "You just gotta fucking yank it." That was his advice. And he was like, "You're an MLB pitching coach."
Yeah.
Can you give me some actual advice?
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
I've heard that throughout the minor leagues too with other pitching coaches. Like they sometimes a lot of their analogies or what they say is a little different. I've heard some crazy ones too, but that's probably the craziest one. I mean, I think the coolest one I've ever heard, and it kind of took me a while to think about it, was when I first got into pro ball. I was always told, like, when I threw a curveball, he's like, "Oh, pull it down like you're pulling blinds down." And I was like, at first it didn't register, but then I was like, oh, that makes sense. I was just like, oh, like, okay.
Sure.
Yeah. But then I gave up a home run, so I was like,
no, that doesn't work, coach.
Yeah, I was like, let's go back to the slider.
That blinds thing was bullshit.
Yeah. It looked good, and then he like caught it, and I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that no more.
How come Whataburger hasn't sponsored you yet? Or have they?
No, they haven't.
Okay. Have you gotten in touch with them?
No, I'm trying.
Why don't you, the tacos for a slide, Hearn hits a hunch. You get they have something that starts with the Hearn Hunch special.
Yeah.
If you hit 100, then everyone in the stadium gets free
Whataburger.
Yeah, I don't know Whataburger. What's like a item, like a taco?
They don't really have
the
tacos.
barbecue chicken
No, but like what's
sandwich,
in
the burger.
Yeah, honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich.
Honey barbecue. Hearn Hunch honey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bang.
You want to pitch
That's
that
marketing.
to him?
Yeah. We have your agent's number.
Yeah,
just
please.
We'll reach
Yeah,
that
yeah,
out.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
reach that out.
Yeah, pitch that to him.
How did that go down with Gibby this year? Because that was a little bit viral, a little bit fun. I think was it you, Trevino, and Gibby?
So we were going on the road somewhere, and me and Trevino got on the plane early, and I look over and I see Jeff Mathis with Whataburger, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't know you eat that. And he's like, yeah. And so I looked over, and Gibby had one in his chair. And I was like, Trevino just happened to be right behind. I was like, dude, we got to take a picture of this. I was like, I'm taking a picture of this. So I took a picture, and he hopped in, and I was like, this is the same guy that's always like, giving us crap for eating Whataburger. He's like, what's so good about Whataburger? And I'm like, dude, like, what? And I asked him in Houston, I was like, when's the last time you had Whataburger? He goes, it's been some years. I was like, 10 plus years, probably. I was like, the food's changed since then.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, no, it hasn't been 10 plus years, but it's been a while. And I was like, what's a while? 5 plus?
Yeah.
He's like, probably so. I was like, yeah. So like your taste buds don't even know what.
Give it a chance.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So now what was in his chair wasn't really like Whataburger. Like it was like it was a sandwich, but it didn't have like cheese or anything on it.
Right.
So I'm like, gotta get him some like good stuff like the the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, or it's just something like the breakfast or whatever it is. So because I'm like being from Minnesota, I'm like, what do y'all have up there? Yeah.
Juicy Lucy.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what he said. But I was like,
they have everywhere. They just call them a cheeseburger most places.
yeah, I was just like, what do y'all have? It's like, we got Whataburger here. Like, what do y'all have? He's like, Juicy Lucy or whatever he said. And I was like, that's it.
What else do they have? They have Cravers. I lived in the Midwest for a little bit, but I think that's more Illinois. No got anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like he was
Cold.
Well, all our Twins fans. If Trev was here, he'd know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or he'd pretend to know to make Twins fans happy. He'd make something up.
He would.
And then he'd be like, oh, wait, no, that was somewhere else. I don't know. And then he'd crowdsource it. But then Gibby went out and he shoved the next day, right? He went complete game, Shuddy?
Yes. CG 7.
So why doesn't
punches?
that go on your baseball reference? Because that's kind of...
You would think so.
Yeah.
It's an assist.
You would think so.
Yeah.
I used to tell the scorekeeper in hockey all the time, like, I actually yelled pass. So
Okay, I can't go to that extreme.
I need to be on the scoreboard here.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have passed it to him. He wouldn't have scored if I didn't say, like, pass.
Yeah.
So, just give me a verbal. That's what I have. Verbal
Verbal
assist.
assist.
Can you mark that down as a verbal assist, please?
Verbal assist.
I don't know because I know me and Trevino, right when that game ended, we went over to him. Well, I went over to Trevino and I was like, you know what just happened, right? He's like, what? I was like, he had Whataburger for the game. He's like, oh, snap, that's right, he did. And I was like, so that's it. I'm like, so he can sit there and talk about how bad it is, but look, it helped him throw a CG. I made sure to made it known on social media that any kid that wants to down Whataburger, I'm like,
Right.
big league over through a CG. So
Promo code Hearn Hunch.
like McDonald's,
Hearn Hunch, yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's ain't cutting it, so it's more Whataburger for pregame.
Then Gibby had the what a chicken sandwich was.
Oh God.
I mean,
Jesus.
Then you almost kick him off the.
You know what? When he said that, I had to cut it off. I was like, I'm gonna go somebody else. Because she was like, yeah, make sure, we know you're gonna get good content. And I was like, let me go ask him about it. He's like, well, what a chicken sandwich. And, my face, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And I was like, I don't know.
so the media, someone in the Rangers media came up to you and was like, hey, we're going to mic you up today? Or how did that go down?
Yeah, so it was.
And were you looking at everyone else in, the locker room and being like, they're going to mic me up, not you guys?
No, I didn't.
Kluber was like, I'd like it. And everyone was like, you don't talk.
we're good on that.
I'm not going to listen to you breathe for 3 hours.
Oh man, no, she, Danny, she found me we were outside and she was like, hey, like, a lot of the fans want to see you mic'd up, like you were voting. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll do it in a heartbeat. So I go out there and I get mic'd up, and my plan was to try to do it before I went out for a stretch, but I don't. She wasn't out there yet, So I'm out there stretching and everything, and then she's like, okay, you can come over here. So I come over there. I'm trying to be discreet about it. And so everybody's like, oh, he's got a wire. And I'm just like, oh, I'm like, all right, well, never mind. So, but no, that was fun. I told her, I was like, please let me know when y'all guys want me to do that again. Cause I was like, that is fun, you know? And then, I mean, a lot of people asked me about if me and Trevino are pretty tight. Cause like, you know, I got on his case pretty good. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, he needed to be known about that rash of his that was going around. So I was like,
Been there.
Yeah. Cause he was so big, you know, people try to be all discreet about that stuff. I'm like, nah, we'll let people know, watch out for you.
Let's have it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Was there anyone when you were getting mic'd up that you're like, oh, can't talk to him today? Like you're like, the people don't need to hear about Lance Lynn putting icy hot on his balls today. Or maybe they do.
You know what? I'm gonna ask him if he does that.
Clemens used to do that before he pitched.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Clemens used to do that before he took the mound.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Kind of a psycho, huh?
That's number 2 on my pitching coach list. It's pronate, icy hot the balls.
Yeah. Not the baseball.
Execute.
I don't know if I could pitch for you then.
No. We'll figure it out.
Not many can.
Yeah.
Not many make it through.
Yeah. There wasn't really one guy where I was just like, you know, I can't really mic him up, but I tried to. There was one guy I wanted to try to get mic'd up was Joey Gallo, but you know, those guys are, you know, they were doing the outfield stuff. So there was one I wanted to get on there, but he was busy doing stuff. I was gonna go talk to Derek Dietrich. Love him. I was gonna go try to talk to him.
How is he? Because we see it from the outside world, and he went, like when he was in Cincinnati, he fully went for it. He was in the beekeeper outfit. He was going to the point it was fun, but we were also like, how much is he forcing it? Like, how much is he trying to go out of his way too much to do stuff? He's just a good dude having a good time, or what?
No, he doesn't force it. That's who.
That's
he is.
him.
It's awesome.
Good.
It's awesome. I mean, the dude is hilarious. First off, and he's one of the only like few position players I've ever seen that actually like works out like every day. You know, mostly like position players work out with like twice a week, maybe, or just whatever it is. This dude like was in there every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I sit there and go do some like stretch mobility and stuff like that. And this dude's up here like curling 70s,
yoked.
75s, 80s,
Yeah.
and you know, single arm bench press of 110s. I'm just like, remind me to work out before you come in, because I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I'm not trying to hurt myself. But yeah, he's a dude. He was awesome.
Okay.
Love Derek.
We got to get him on the list then.
Yeah.
Have to. Y'all
Okay.
would love him. He's funny.
Okay.
What was the vibe like after the whole Tatis 3-0 Grand Slam? You know, it became a much bigger story than it ever should have.
Yeah.
But it was weird. It was mostly between two coaches. But what was the vibe in the clubhouse for you guys? Was it a thing before it was a thing? Like before it hit the post-game press conferences and all that, like from the Grand Slam until the media sessions.
Right.
Was it a topic of conversation amongst you guys at all?
Honestly, it really wasn't.
It kind of seemed that way.
I think with some guys it was, but like, you know, I guess being in the bullpen, you kind of, you know, we're so far away from them at times. But to be honest with you, I mean, there were some guys that obviously didn't like it, and then there were some guys that were just like, you know, it is what it is, or just whatever. So it was kind of hard to say, because I've actually had a couple of people ask me about that, and I'm just like, I was like, it was kind of mixed, you know.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to sit there and say, yeah, everybody was like, oh yeah, don't do that, or you know, whatever. So it was kind of mixed. I'd say that.
That was, I mean, it's good for the sport in a way. I mean, Padres went off on it. It was just weird. It was weird that, what Jace kind of was like.
Tingler and Woodward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
You care if a guy swings 3-0 on you?
Me personally, like, I mean, it doesn't really bother me.
I can see in the moment.
I see it more so like, just for me, I more so see it as I put myself in that situation because I got behind the count.
Yeah.
So you have the, you know, in the big leagues, like you know, they're known, like the biggest thing is like, you know, they're known for hitting mistakes. And it's like, if I go 3-0 on a guy, of course I need to get back in the count. So if he hits it first pitch, I'm like, well, you know, it's my fault because I shouldn't have been in that situation. It should have been an 0-2 count, or, you know, it should have been a 1-2 or just whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Pitchers probably love when they swing 3-0 and foul it or pop out.
Oh, my heart drops every time that happens. Every time.
Blake Snell's pitching tonight, right?
Yeah.
He's never given up a 3-0 hit in his career.
Really?
Look at
Yeah.
that.
I have a dumb segment I do about stats that exist but don't matter.
What else? What else you got?
There were some weird ones.
You got any on me?
I could find
far.
it out. I mean,
can make one happen quick.
one change up to a lefty.
Yeah.
Just kind of look at the splits. Let's see. I'll tell you what count you're really good in.
Okay.
Like
Probably it'd be 1-2 count. It'd be 1-2 and 1-1.
All right. What was the other one? It was that all of Julio Urias's home runs, basically like 80% came on the first 3 pitches, and
Really?
like 50% came on the first pitch. This guy's jumping them.
You know what? Next season I need to.
You want me to send you some
Yeah,
stuff
please.
like this?
We'll give you
Because
your,
I would like to know that stuff.
We call him Jimmy Lytics.
yeah, Jimmy Lytics.
Just don't worry. There's
Yeah.
no one cares.
Okay.
What was and wasn't part of the Urias thing that everyone was 6'1"?
26 and older and 6'1". That was just me.
Okay, I was like,
So again, there's
need
another layer
right.
to the analytics. Yeah, I mean,
That's
we could
that-
dice
that's
up
that-
those stats.
That's that step further.
That's
Yeah.
the next
I'm
step.
like,
That's
people
where
are
you
like,
want to go.
yeah.
That's where you want to be.
keep that. I don't want to sit here and
Don't
think,
send that to
yeah,
me.
I'm like, I don't want to sit here and be thinking about, okay, how old is he? 27. So then I got to look in there and I got
Coach,
to read.
when's his birthday?
Yeah.
I was trying
How tall
to,
is he?
I was trying to find. I was trying to find a connection, like part of the country. So he's only given up 5 home runs, you know. So I want to be like when Julio Urias faces guys from south of this, like Mason-Dixon line, he just destroys them. But
Yeah.
they didn't add up. So didn't
Damn.
add up. Damn.
Sometimes the analytics don't work.
Yeah,
see.
you know.
You're actually pretty good. The 0-1 is the count you've given. You haven't given up 3 hits in one single count. So like, I just go most
Okay.
hits in a count. 0-1, 2 hits, 2-1, 2 hits, 3-1, 0-2. Let's see.
So you're not seeing your Jimmy Lytics aren't bringing up an obvious flaw?
Yeah, it's small sample size. Yeah.
Okay.
Hitters, usually it's 3-1, 2-0.
Right.
But it was, let's see. There's 1-0 counts 100 batting average. So if a guy swings at your 1-0 pitch, be a little weary. It's the sample size is 2 plate appearances.
So don't take it to heart.
Right now.
right now. It's something to look for.
Yeah, I need
Oh
more.
no, it's 1 hit by pitch and 1 hit, and
Ooh.
when the at bat ends on 1-0.
I want a breakdown of when I'm facing guys and like what part of the state crushes me more. I wanna
Okay.
know
Okay.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
East, west,
Yeah.
south, whatever it is.
We are all over that.
That's my
yeah.
type of stuff right there.
Please, like before I start next year or something, I'm gonna ask you and be like, hey, they got 7 guys from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Do they crush
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, what do they do against me?
The
Okay.
4 players from Tallahassee, Florida,
Yeah.
rake against you.
You got 2 home runs against, right? So this is a real small sample size. Max Muncy, he's
And-
from Texas.
Right.
Yeah,
and JP Crawford.
from California.
Right.
So no one from the East Coast has ever taken you deep.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
So 2 lefties clipped you this year.
Yeah,
You want to talk about that?
sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, Crawford was a hanger, you said?
Yeah,
Muncy. Did Muncy pimp it off you? He's good at that.
I think he did.
He's a little fat. All right. so let me say this. So we've been live streaming the games, and we have this awesome community that like watches all our stuff and does everything with us. And so we've been watching the World Series games, and Muncy did something, and someone
Someone commented
commented
that. They just said Max Muncy, comma, a little fat.
and it's been killing us. You're the 4th person to have that same reaction.
Yeah. We've told a lot of people. It's
Because
just,
he's incredible.
Yeah.
He's an amazing
He's
ball
awesome.
player.
I'm
Yeah,
big,
he's great.
Plays second, first, I think a little third if you need to. He's been raking, but
I'm a big fan of Max.
it's just a little.
Here he is. Let's see if he pimped you.
Oh, here we go.
He probably did.
3-1 count, so there you go.
Yeah,
That's the
see?
hitter's count.
We used when you first came on, we were a taster podcast. We want guys to taste themselves. Now we're bringing everybody down.
Good, please.
So here's the home runs.
Fastball
against.
up. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
It looked like he kind of. I mean, that's a big home run too. They were only up 1. You thought he'd give you more.
Who's in right there? Gallo?
Yeah.
He's got to snag that. He's got to bring that back.
He's tall enough.
He gave it a try.
Somebody been watching Major League too.
So no righties got you this year. Does that give you a sense of pride at all? Because I mean, I feel there's also, we're seeing it in these playoffs, and I don't know, just lefty-righty splits and everything that comes up, that like, if you can get both sides out, well, that's starting pitcher. That's not, bullpen, go get Belly, go get Muncy. That's yeah.
With more of a sample size or more, I guess of a feel of it, I'll be able to get it a little bit easier. But yeah, righties, I kind of can do a little bit more damage with righties because I see them more and stuff like that. So I was kind of that's what it is. Yeah. but with lefties, I mean, that was kind of their thing. Was they put me in situations where I did face lefties a little bit more. So like I was cool with that. But it was a little more than I'm used to. I'm used to seeing like 3 righties and a lefty. Not just coming in and be like, okay, here's your first lefty, and I'm like, oh, God, at times. But yeah, because if you ask any left-handed pitcher, like we always are, I wouldn't say a little timid, but you kind of take off a little bit more when you face lefties because you're not used to facing them because you're so used to facing a lineup with 8 righties, or just whatever it is. So yeah, it's nothing against the lefties, but like, I think I try to press a little bit more with lefties because I know for a fact, left on left, they want to try to cheat and try to pull the ball. So
yeah, a lot of 2-pitch. That's what Talkin told us. Because he's a lefty, he was really good against lefties. He said, well, they eliminate a pitch. So
100%.
I just guess.
Yeah.
I got your strikeouts up.
Oh.
Do any of these names, do you remember being like, that was dirty?
What's your strikeout of the year? Or could we have like a couple nominees and we'll vote?
Go ahead.
Well, you tell us. Like, which ones do you think we should be looking at?
These are the guys you got twice: Evan White, Walsh, Canna, I never remember.
Let's see, Hosmer, that's a name.
You got Correa.
Laureano, that's a good time. Correa.
Let's see the Beatty one.
Okay, so this is buddy on buddy here. Tell us what we're about to see. Walk us through it.
I mean, I think it was
0-2.
I think it was fastball away.
So he tried to he kind of
like stood there for a second.
He tried to tell you that wasn't on over the plate.
I mean, that's
because like, yeah, because I think the way Torino's glove went, it went more out. So I think that's why he kind of thought it was.
I mean, that's right
outside.
there.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Early candidate for strikeout of the year.
I'm curious to see what you guys think.
We got to find one on a slider.
Okay.
Best slider of the year.
Y'all got some legit database over here.
This website, like MLB, doesn't like tell people that this exists for the public, which they should. It's pretty cool. Makes it much easier to find video.
Well,
all right,
I'm coming down to the Correa and Laureano on sliders because.
Right. And this is just going to be the third pitch. So what do we got here? We got another 0-2. So I've been getting real mad at these playoff pitchers for putting 0-2 fastballs in the zone.
Right.
Because we have a lot of 0-2 hits this postseason. Like a lot, especially
impactful
from the bottom of the order, like home run 0-2 pitches. So if you go 0-2, are you thinking like, hey, let's expand the zone, let's get him to chase? You just diced up Beatty with a nice fastball.
Most of the time, if I think the situation calls for it, like if I feel like they haven't really touched the fastball, then yeah, for sure. Like I think 1AB was against Joe Adell, and I think I threw 3 fastballs by him. I think that's what it was because I was just like he didn't touch it, so I was like, let's just do it again. Yeah.
Is the thought process there different starting and relieving? Because starting you're like I need quick outs.
Yeah.
Relieving, who cares?
Yeah, way different. I'm more so trying to attack guys. Like I'm always gonna be attacking guys starting and relieving, but relieving is just more so like I guess trying to get them out early. I don't have time to sit here and try to set stuff up.
All right, here we go. 0-2 to Correa at home. That's the pitch I was talking about.
Okay.
That's the pitch I was saying.
Like that.
That slider backdoor is nasty.
Yeah.
Let's watch it again.
Yeah.
And see, that's one thing I worked
on.
That's
a weak punch out by that ump.
Yeah, that's one thing I worked on with that new slider grip is when I try to do a backdoor, I don't want it to move that much. I want it to be late and just a little.
That was like Power Rangers. It's morphin' time.
We need a little more from Blue there.
Fix that one. I'd say let's go Laureano.
I'm over Vogelbach.
We like Laureano.
Yeah. We do like Laureano. 2-2. Bases hucked. Okay.
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 You remember this?
Yeah.
So you're down 7, but bases loaded. Did you come in to a mess, or did you?
Yeah, it was bases loaded.
And they brought you in?
Yeah, and I think I walked one guy, but like that was, I'm not gonna lie, like facing Oakland was fun and it was tough because they are a scrappy team that just fouls pitches off and they just got hitters basically.
So 2-2 here. Look, your pitch count's up there, 31.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, he fouled off 4 or 5 good pitches too.
From the set. Okay.
So that's a different slider than that's up
A little bit more up. Yeah.
The Oakland Houston series. Did you have any lean on that? Did you think it would be 5 games? Did you think Oakland was a better team? Because, I mean, Houston, they've got all those names, and they're so talented and they're so good, but they kind of stunk up. They didn't stink this regular season, but...
Yeah, I like that one, by the way.
That's the same spot as the one to Correa, basically.
Yeah, that's a little bit more. I do a little bigger one with the lefties.
Vogie.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a fucking nice pitch.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
You got him traded.
Yeah, he didn't.
That's an MLB The Show pitch right there.
That series was I wasn't expecting it to go 5 like that. I was kind of, I was kind of expecting a good thing because after facing both of those lineups, you're like, man, like like Houston's pitching got to be on because facing Oakland, like they don't miss mistakes, So, yeah, I was kind of pumped up for that one. The one I was curious about, and I didn't get, and I'm glad I'm here because I was more than asking about it because I got some friends from the other side that wanted me to ask him. About your Yankees.
Bad.
Because I got a good friend of mine, Matt, who's a Astros fan. He loves you and your and the show and everything. So he's like, hey, make sure you ask him about, what happened with his Yankees. And I'm like, dude, we didn't make playoffs. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I'm trying to throw it in his face.
No, I mean, I just the Yankees, man, they're injured a lot. Losing Severino and Paxton sucked, but even then, the way they build their pitching staff is just like it. Last year, it doesn't work,
right?
And I think the Rays are showing that doesn't really work, and the Yankees just keep doing it. Like you need starters. You need your 4th and 5th starter, or even your 3rd. To go to the bullpen in the playoffs. You need Corbin to come out of the pen on his throw day. You need David Price to go to the pen. You need Evaldi to go to the pen. So you bolster up the pen. What the Yankees and the Rays have done, it's like we'll have 3 starters and we'll just use our bullpen every night. You gas them out.
Yeah.
The Rays right now, their top relievers are gassed. And the Yankees, they lost Tommy Kahnle.
Yeah.
They just didn't have pitching. They just were tired. They're all just tired.
I think one World Series that really just always sticks out to me is the Nationals because they had Scherzer, Strasburg, and Corbin. And I remember telling people that when they signed Patrick Corbin, I was like, that's all they need right there.
Yeah.
I was like, in order to make it in the playoffs and make a deep run, you got to have 3. You can't have 2 horses.
And they used them on their throw days.
Yeah, absolutely.
He got used. Anibal had a pretty good playoffs,
he
too.
looked good, too.
He
had the best start, right?
Yeah.
And they had the lineup with it, too.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
The Yankees lineup isn't as dynamic as the Dodgers. It's deep.
Yeah.
But it's not as if a pitcher finds out, this is working for me, it'll work on majority of the Yankees batters. Whereas the Dodgers, you got a lot of different looks there.
You do.
And a lot of different people trying to do different things.
Yeah.
They need more balance.
They need to keep DJ, and then they need to get another bat to ball guy.
Who would you think?
Like Brantley's the other one that's available right now, but they're not going to spend money. So
God,
he's not a fit.
That dude's a tough out.
Did you face him this year?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He had I threw a slider against him. He hit it to left field for a double. I think
He's gross.
He's a tough out because like you sit there and I read hitters and I'm trying to do stuff to try to get a reaction out of them or just see what they do when I do this here or that, and he just like mellow like me, and I'm just like, come on. God. I'm like, dude, give me something.
I forget. Plouffe always says, and I forget if we were talking to another hitter, another pitcher, but they both at the same time almost said like he never has a bad swing. Never has a bad swing.
Never does.
So you went 1-0 slider there on him.
Yeah.
That was a little loopier, sweepier one.
Yeah.
That's the fast.
Yeah.
So then what? That was the foul, and then what do I have wrong here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just have fastballs.
Oh.
See, this website's tricky.
Jimmy Lytics.
You gotta. There you go. Six pitch at bat. singles.
Okay.
So you went
so it was a
ball,
single.
foul. You had him 1-2.
Yeah.
And then he didn't bite on these guys.
No, he didn't.
He's good. But he's that bat-to-ball skill.
He's very
it's
good.
rare now.
Very good.
Oh, blue.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're getting jobs. Ball low.
See, I wanted him to chase that.
Yeah, he
so
chases
bad.
that. It's a nice
I
pitch.
wanted him to chase that so bad.
And then this is – so you went full count. That's just going with that pitch.
And see, that's something
a lot of hitters don't swing like that
No, they
on
don't.
that pitch.
But, like, I had no choice but to tip my cap to him because I'm like, any other hitter either fouls that off or misses it because it's a high slider. You know?
He goes away.
And that's one thing about him is, like, you know, facing him and reading reports and stuff on him is like, man, you know, he's a tough out. Like, you know, he hits everything, you know, where the ball's pitched. You know, he hits it oppo, pulls it, or just whatever it is.
Now let's watch you blow pitches past the Dow.
Okay. Tasty. We're back to being a taster.
We got to balance it out.
We tried it out for a while. It wasn't us.
This is a nice setup. This is what we were supposed to have, but then Corona.
Yep.
Did you face him at all in the minors?
No.
There's Lance.
Lance.
Glorious.
Go back to Lance real quick. Oh, yeah. I mean, you see that.
I did get him mic'd up, though. I did ask him. I said, how long has he been growing the beard out? And he's been growing it out since the beginning of the year. So
That's, God. Yep.
97.
9-7. Yep.
Then this is the.
So that's when you're just saying, I'm bringing that back.
yeah, I was a little.
Yeah. Yeah. See ya.
Your motion's easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's. I wish you would have told that to some of the coaches I used to have. 'Cause they used to get so mad at me because, like, they would, like, when I sit there and be throwing bullpens, throwing in games, or, like, you know, they would think I wouldn't care. They're like, you're like, are you even caring when you're up there pitching? Like,
What do they want you to go? Tim Lincecum on?
Like, they want me to be, like, more aggressive.
Max
I'm
effort.
like, yeah, and I'm
Run.
like, that's not me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I'll just be myself out there. They're like, well, you know, it look like you're just pitching, just like here it is. I'm like, and they're like, ooh, 97. I'm like, what do you want me
I'm
to do?
composed.
Yeah, I'm just like, but I'm like, what do you want? Like, I'm being myself when I'm out there on the mound. I'm just in my element, just taking it pitch by pitch, not even thinking. I'm just like, you know.
Those guys must see Bruce Gradkowski pitch and just like cry.
Or something like I had one coach tell me, you know, I'm not gonna say who it is, but
Say his name.
I had one coach tell me, he was like, and it's something that I've always been hearing, and it's just like, and I know you guys probably heard it too, but they're always like, be a bulldog out there on the mound. I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah.
But that's not me. That's just I'm just a guy that goes out there, just goes about my business, don't show any emotion, and just, you know, whatever it is. I mean, shoot, like, I mean, I got my family, you know, they're real big football, basketball people. So whenever they watch baseball, they're like, yo, why don't you do something when you strike somebody out? I'm like,
I'm thinking.
if I strike somebody out with one out, you want me to get all riled up, and then next thing I know, I get 2 home runs hit off of me, and then what do you want me to do then? You know, so it's just like I've never been a guy that gave emotion. Even when I played, you know, football and basketball, like I never did that.
Do the Rangers have like a headspace coach? I know the Yankees have a, what do they call it?
Like a mental coordinator.
Mental coach.
Yeah.
Mental coach.
Yeah,
But like finding the headspace that's right for you. Like I had a guy that I played hockey with that he needed to be angry. Like he would like get himself into like an angry mode. I'm like, dude, that sucks. Like A, that's exhausting. B, like I don't want to be around you in the locker room right now.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like I needed like a pop song stuck in my head, like a dumb, stupid, like Disney song, and I'd just be singing it and playing. And that was more like my ideal headspace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jake plays angry a little bit.
I play angry at myself.
He looks like that type.
I play angry at myself.
Jake would make we're going back like freshman baseball, but
Yeah.
Jake would make a diving catch to end the inning, one specific example. Yeah. And, you know, you want to celebrate with him. But what he would do is sprint from center field to the dugout.
Time to hit.
He'd kind of be like chasing
Time
him.
to hit.
No, and then he'd fill up the water and then just dump it on his head.
It's time to hit.
Water dripping on his head. And at that point, it's like,
There was never
all right, nice catch,
There was
man.
never a doubt I wasn't catching the ball.
We wanted to like dap you up.
Let's just head to the dugout and hit. It's an easy game.
I play with guys like that though.
No, I'm the guy, like, if I'm playing hoops or something, and if I miss the open 3, like, I'm like, you fuck cocks. I'm that guy.
See, that's not me. I've never been that type of guy.
Does it not happen, or have you trained yourself to be that way, or?
Yeah, always have. because I mean, I credit it a lot, but I took my major in college and minor was psychology and sports psychology.
Okay.
So I really took that stuff to heart. But I kind of just, I kind of got to the point where I just figured out what worked for me, and it was just more so just continuing to be that same guy that I am on the field, I am off the field.
Yeah, it's exhausting to be something you're not.
But like pump up like stuff that gets me riled up and everything like that. Like, I mean, let me see if I can pull it up.
Me calling myself a cocksucking loser didn't really work for me either, so I'm still kind of finding my way.
So
try to compliment yourself every now and then.
Okay.
So on my pregame height,
a little fat.
Yeah, on my pregame height, I got Bone Crushers, I got Braveheart, Crime Mob, Future,
Bone Crusher,
Meek Mill,
outside of the club.
So like I got stuff that's like that like gets me ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Starting pitcher get to choose the music for the Rangers.
Like warm up music.
Yeah. Who's got the worst? Is it like what's Lance playing?
Little bit chick fried.
No, his was was it Life of a Country Boy? Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that song.
He doesn't even know what that song is. He just read the title and he was like, there it is.
His was good. I think Jordan Lyles, his was pretty good. Yeah. The one I worked with was Gibby. And we kind of worked with him because I asked him, we were in where we at Arizona, and he was going to end the season. His last outing was going to be at home, and I was like, "What's your favorite artist?" And he was like, "Oh, bro, I was a big Wheezy guy." I was like, "All right, end the season on Wheezy," and he was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Just do it." I was like, "Just do it," because I was low key trying to be like, change your song. That's
subtle.
That's what I was.
Yeah, you should try that.
Yeah,
dude.
But then I was like, all right. I was like, well, at least think about it, sleep on it. And
Yeah.
I said, when are you throwing? He was like, I think it was like Tuesday or something. I was like, all right, well, sleep on it.
Yeah.
When we get back, I'll bring it up again. So then I kept asking him, like, are you gonna do Wheezy? He's like, I'll think about it. And then he didn't do it. So, but he still went out there and shoved. I said, did you at least listen to Wheezy? He goes, yeah. Pregame, he goes, yeah, I did. He said, I'm sorry I didn't change it. So I was like, next year we're changing it.
Yeah. What's his song now?
I don't even know.
Not good.
Not good.
Let's just say, like, it's more so like whenever I hear his song, like I'm always cheering for him. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and go duck out and chill.
this isn't doing it.
Hey, okay, good. Here we go.
Coolest thing on the Yankees is Tanaka warms up to his wife's song. She's a
singer, right?
She was a pop singer in Japan,
right?
So he warms up, but like no one knows because it's Japanese music,
right?
And like no one talks about it. But it's pretty weird.
It's kind of a flex.
Yeah.
It'd be like if when Jeter was dating like Mariah Carey, if he used her songs as he stepped up to the plate, but less weird vibe.
See, the thing is with that is, if I dated a pop singer, like,
who are you eyeing right now? Who are you following on Instagram?
If it makes
sense to bring it up.
Well, no, my biggest thing is I need, like, if she was like, hey, like, would you mind warming up to one of my songs? I'd be like, sure. Let's go through them. Let's listen to them. But if she don't have something that's like, I was like, I need something that's going to be bumping. Because I said, I listen to music to get me right before the game. And I said, I always bring music out there to translate it and bring it with me. I'm like, I don't want to sit here and, do some soft song or something like that. Like, no, I need something like give me something that's got a good beat to it,
I think her music is like for, like, it was like little kids.
Oh, it was?
Like, it wasn't, I think it was like, so it's like a little ironic, a little funny, a little like, this is my wife. I also think that when Matsui came over, he didn't choose songs, so maybe the Japanese players, it's just not part of their way they mentally prepare. Yeah. With Matsui, they would always just play Billy Joel, and that was just the Yankees PA being like, we'll just play Billy Joel for Matsui. There's no way he chose that.
One international player I loved when he came in, I can't remember his name, but he was a closer for the Red Sox, and he came out to Sandstorm, I think it was. Who was it? I can't remember. But, like, I mean, everybody in Fenway was getting hyped, so like
it's like Koji?
Yeah, it might be. What does Chapman come out to?
What is the song? It's
Fireman's Coming?
Oh, easy.
They do a whole thing with like the cute
with all
flames,
the fire,
the fire. Do you know? I don't know.
I'm blanking right now.
Oh, come on, Yankee guy. Come on,
that's tough, man.
Yeah, I more know like the atmosphere of it than the actual.
Right.
If I heard it, I'd probably know it, but I don't think I know the name.
It's making me mad.
One thing I am looking forward to about playing in Yankee Stadium is hearing them, hearing is it the Bleacher creatures?
Yeah.
The roll call.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. But one thing I've always wanted, like obviously I wasn't playing when they were, playing, but like I wanted to hear him say Derek Jeter and A-Rod and all them guys. Like, I always thought that was awesome.
I love it. People kind of rip on it now because it's been around so long that they think it's corny. But when you got to remember, like the original Bleacher creatures invented that, and to have the players acknowledge them at the time was huge.
It was awesome.
Like, it's like, oh shit, you can hear us.
Yeah.
And then the players started doing their signature waves, which I think ups the corniness a little bit, but it's still just fun.
Yeah. I know Curtis Granderson like tipped his cat to him, and I know Gardner, did he flex for him? That's right.
Swisher did the Swisher salute.
Right.
There were some pitchers that would do it, like David Cohn and David Wells would actually let them chant the pitcher's name, and then he would step off and wave. I think it was David Cohn.
See, now that's something I do.
Yeah.
Like I would for sure acknowledge him.
Yeah. It'd be cool if other teams did it, but I think Yankee fans would be like, you just stole that from us.
Yeah, basically.
But it's cool when you're at the stadium. You can't always hear it on TV. When you're at the stadium and you see it all happen, and the fun players are the ones that let them chant for a little bit.
I love that.
Some wave it off like right away.
Really?
Yeah. Because like the pitch is coming and they just like it's like there. I think he'd let him go, but some just like it's right away.
So would they just basically keep going until they acknowledge them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how it started, and like it's kind of a gamble that they would ever do it.
See, if I play for the Yankees, like I would tell them, like, do it, like do me first, get it out the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying I wouldn't acknowledge them. I'm like, I want to be focused on.
Yeah, I want to get going.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Like,
I wonder when they did, because they don't do pitcher and catcher. So I wonder when they did it.
Yeah, I'm sure catcher is a lot harder.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've got one heavy analytics question for you.
Okay.
All right.
How good is Luka Doncic?
You watched him play, right?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Okay.
He's legit. He is very legit.
They're going to be fun, man. They already are.
Sure do.
They already are.
I'm excited. I am excited.
Are you going to get do you have the hookup there yet?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat. Because they've been knowing for a long time I'm a big advocate and big Mavericks fan.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
It's in the bio.
I make it known.
Yeah.
Make it known. I'm a Mavs fan for life,
Yeah.
I rock with them whenever they sucked, and then we traded we drafted Luka and stuff like that. So I wore it that year.
Yeah.
I didn't care. Like, yeah, we finished with top 5 worst team in the league at the point. But I was like, we drafted a stud that's going to change the franchise. So it's like, do you have that? No. Okay, that's what I thought.
Are you a crazy Mavs fan? Like, one thing I always appreciate about CC Sabathia is he's like, I understand, like, I don't get mad at crazy, irrational, mean Yankee fans because I'm that for the Raiders. CC's like, when the Raiders suck, I'm like, you guys fucking suck. Like, get rid of everyone. So do you have enough fandom in the Mavericks to, like, kind of let crazy Rangers fans do their thing?
For sure. I think just more so because I see it from like a person aspect, because it's like, I mean, like when we were doing bad, like we would go on some like tough streaks this year and everything like that. I mean, shoot, it was hard to even look at Twitter because you want to look at some other stuff and you got a bunch of our fans that I follow or just people talking about how bad I gave up a home run to Crawford, JP, right? And we were down, I think, 2 runs, and then I gave up a 2 or 3 run shot, and it pushed us to like 3 or 4 runs or whatever it is. The next thing I know, I get notifications and stuff like that, and people are like, "Oh my God, like get this dude out of here! Why we even bring him up here? Like, why is he even in the bullpen?" I'm like, really, like, But I mean, I don't really get fazed by that stuff. But yeah, like I like you said, like he was talking about the Cowboys. Like I don't get mad about that stuff. Like people think I do, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I do care, but it's more so like it's a bad year. Just had injuries and everything, and guys ain't.
You're
playing
too
well.
logical.
Yeah, but
you need to get rid of that.
You want me to just start flipping tables?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Well,
do
that's
that.
how it is with the Yankees for us. Like we're posting Dodger stuff, and because I'm enjoying the game, and if I post something that is perceived pro Dodgers, Rays fans will be like, or Rays fans will be like, we're the Yankees. If I post something that's perceived pro Rays, like everyone thinks we were cheering for the Rays because we were just like miffed by what the fuck happened in Game 4.
Right.
They're like, what about the Yankees? And I'm like, the Yankees lost.
Yeah.
It made me sad.
They're gone.
And that's about it.
They're gone.
Yeah. That's what it is too. But like it's just, I know how to separate that stuff because I mean, just growing up, I mean, being a Ranger fan in my life, Mavericks and Cowboys. I mean, come on. I mean, we haven't been in the playoffs.
You should become like the king of Dallas.
I don't know.
Like Whataburger, get the car dealerships going.
Hey, I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
man.
I'm just like
Punch, Hearn, Honey. I got it.
See?
Triple H.
You need to pitch that to him.
Yeah.
We
We think that they should have deals like that, like the taco slide, all the time with local sponsors.
I want to do something for Strikeouts though.
You just get the fans on edge. It's like betting prop bets.
Every time you come out of the bullpen and if you get a strikeout, the whole crowd gets 50% off at Whataburger. Like if you get 2 strikes on a batter, that crowd's gonna be feeling it.
They're gonna be up.
Yeah.
Just gets me. They need to do more
just
stuff
send
like
that
that.
up the wire.
Yeah, I mean this is the perfect guy to do it. He's been coming up with great content. So go ahead.
Hunch, Hearn, Honey.
For case or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Do something for strikeout. So what? Every strikeout I do, it does what?
Every strikeout, you get a discount or you get a free fries with your order. That's a big one. You got to do like an extra.
That promotion didn't get him excited.
No, okay.
Well, I'm trying to think like free fries. Well, yeah, free fries.
I guess you could do like the free chicken thing because people buy other stuff.
What if you did something like where it's like, one strikeout is free fries, but if I punch out, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
3.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you get a free Whataburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of,
I like
of
that.
your choice.
I like that because that keeps the crowd more invested.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Bang.
See, I mean,
Yeah.
Easy.
Marketing.
It's got the content.
Business.
For it.
Yeah.
One last question.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
When you saw Bruce Star throw his glove, did you think, I want to throw my glove?
No. I thought that was awesome, by the way. I thought it was awesome.
If they can throw the bat, you guys can throw the
Throw
glove.
the glove and everything.
We want him to do it.
We want him to do it at the end of every inning now. Like it becomes his thing.
Is that what y'all was just waiting for? Y'all waiting for him to do that now?
Well, the last out of the inning, I think it'd be cool if it was, you have
He already has his thing. He does the boom.
The boom.
Or whatever, yeah.
Which is good because when we were there, all the Dodgers fans in the crowd, boom, that's a really cool shot. I wanted to get it. But no, it'd be funny if he strikes out the last guy and then just throws his glove to the dugout. Kind of like how a batter just like leaves his bat down and then someone has to pick it up.
Signature move.
And like, you pick this.
Does he do it? Does he do it after every inning? So like if he's come back out, does he do it again?
That's where it gets tricky.
Yeah,
you think?
If
Then
he
you
gets-
get a lot of speculation. He may be coming back out. Didn't throw his glove.
Yeah. I want him to do it even if he gets lit up.
We want someone like the over the rails guy. Who's the over the rails guy for the Dodgers? Jock. The first guy over the railing and anything good happens, it's Jock for them. He just jumps over and catches it.
Yeah.
And it's just like casual.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious though, like what is y'all's guys' take on the stadium?
I'd love to see it at full capacity. How many suites there are is crazy.
Yeah.
Like lower level
Sick,
suites.
right?
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Make those an affordable group rate. And that's awesome. But if you just price everyone out of those, that's great.
Right.
It's weird because I think people were saying that we were in the nosebleeds, but we were section 100. We were the section closest because everything's so high.
Yeah.
We couldn't get a section closer, but they were like, you guys are in the nosebleeds. So like it's kind of weird the way that outfield and right's designed because it's just one level.
All right.
But I don't know. I don't know how loud it's going to get in there, how not loud, because in left field, it's all basically those seats are like Green Monster seats. They're so high.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. I like new stuff. I'm very face value. I liked it a lot.
Where does this, so out of all the teams, where does this stadium rank?
See, I still like the old school ones. Like I like Camden, like small, quaint style.
But where does our stadium rank on yours?
Rank the stadiums 1 through 30 right now.
Yes.
Well, that I've been to.
Start with
I've
30.
seen. I think it's bad on TV. It was much better in person. Like
How is it bad on TV?
I don't like the camera angle they have. I'm a big
Like it's like the high up.
It's so high up.
Right.
It's far away. I like watching the catcher's fingers. Right. It's too far away. But being there, it's what I said on this show. Like sitting in the seat, watching the game, it was awesome.
Right.
Sightlines were good. The crowd was cool. There's no, Fenway, you sit the wrong way. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited to check off a lot of stadiums this year, and then Corona hit. So I'm at like 8 to 10 stadiums. So
Where does this rank though?
Let's see. It's better than the Coliseum.
better than the Coliseum. We
Is
can,
it?
we can
Well,
move past that.
the main question is it a top 5 stadium to you guys?
Oh, probably not.
Really?
But I love like Wrigley. Like Wrigley's going to be up there.
Yeah, you're
for
not
me.
going to get him on any of the historic stuff.
Like Fenway and
I like
Wrigley.
Fenway. Fenway's so small though. When you go there, it looks like a minor league complex. But I love the history of it.
So why isn't it a top 5 stadium? Because it's not old enough yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hasn't
Rangers,
aged?
Yeah, hasn't aged yet.
So do we need to go back to the old stadium?
Both.
I
Mix
never
it
been
up.
to the old stadium. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Anaheim's pretty boring.
I like it better than the new stadium.
Is it top 5 to you?
Probably not tough.
I went to Progressive, or
That's
it was called
tough,
the Jake.
man.
It's a
That was
tough
pretty
crowd.
boring.
It's tough.
Milwaukee, when I went, it was like 2001.
What is it?
It's
why-
different though. You know what? Although all the stadiums that I'm naming, like Chicago, Milwaukee, Cleveland, they were all kind of like.
So I'll ask you
This one is definitely different. You look around at how high the seats go and the structure of the seating, and the outfield being so zigzagged, and then those suites is more to look at.
Will a full capacity change y'all's perspective?
If that place was
If
full
it's
capacity
rocking.
and rocking, I think we would have a different.
So is that
perspective.
why?
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
It's also dark on TV with the roof closed, which I don't like.
Yeah, it don't bother me.
Would you put, and again, you might have a biased vote in this, Coors Field, because I like Coors a lot, and it's kind of different player and fan perspective.
Is that a top 5 to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've
'Cause, I
been
mean,
you've been to more. You've been to all
you
the
go-
West Coast now.
You go to the right field, like I lived in Denver for a little bit. Right field bars up there. You look over the mountains. You look over the baseball field.
Right.
It's kind of like, whoa,
Yeah.
I'm here.
I personally think Coors Field for sure is top 5.
Okay.
What about
sure.
Safeco, or whatever it's
I
called?
haven't been to
now?
Safeco.
Safeco's not bad.
People like it.
The one I really liked was San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay.
Petco was,
I haven't gone to a game.
We
there.
were around there for winter meetings, but we didn't. It was.
I could see that.
Petco was amazing, by the way.
You ever seen the Coliseum before they put up Mount Davis?
No.
It was beautiful. It was like a nice little quaint.
Yeah,
Let me
it
see
was
what-
open. Bring it up. Content. Yeah, I'm trying. Top 5.
So we need to get you guys down here when it's full capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys can say it's
Yeah.
Top 5.
I'm fine
Okay.
with that.
Let's see. So that's Mount Davis, right? That ruined the view. This was before in Oakland. You just had a view of the hills everywhere. Now it looks like this.
Nope.
That.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it looks weird now.
It was like a nice open air.
That's a
ballpark.
baseball stadium.
Yeah, that does.
A lot of foul territory.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I think I like with the roof open. It was nice. I'm interested to watch a game with the roof closed. Though.
Definitely top 10.
Wow.
I'd
so
have
is
to
it
look at
better?
5.
Is it better roof closed or roof open?
Roof open. I don't like roof closed. I've been to a couple.
Why?
It just the vibe is weird to me.
I'm okay with roof close.
It's better for weather and rainouts.
Why don't you like it? Yeah, why don't
Man,
you like it?
because like nothing like a sunset behind a baseball field.
We ain't got that here.
Yeah.
We really don't.
You're in the wrong place for
Yeah,
that.
you're in the wrong place.
I liked Philly. Have you ever been there?
No.
That one felt small. We met there. It's like you feel on top of the field a little bit.
Is that what solidifies a top 5 stadium to you? Is you feeling on top of
Yeah.
the guy?
I like feeling close to the action.
Okay.
Like Coliseum, you're so far away.
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wrigley, you're right there. But
Oh,
let's see.
so we got to get you guys
If
To
I
see
wasn't
it
a
full
Yankee fan, I
capacity.
wouldn't be too thrilled about the new Yankee Stadium.
right.
But just because
Did you
It-
like the old one?
it hits, yeah, I love the old one.
Yeah.
The old one was like an ocean nightmare. Like you were like on top of the stadium.
Yeah.
Right.
Upper deck was like scary.
yeah,
Was it really?
Like if
Yeah.
you took a tumble,
yeah,
It
you
was
like
it.
that might be
hung-
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like hung over. Yeah, it was nuts.
Wow, I didn't even know that. So with the new stadium, is it more back?
Yeah, it's more back, and it's more like each staircase is like really wide. So there's just more gaps where there's not people. Where the
Right.
old one, it was just like people everywhere.
And we ain't in the nosebleeds anymore. We got that YouTube money coming.
That's right.
in,
That's
so
right. Y'all
yeah.
in the
We're
suites.
good,
Y'all in
yeah.
the suites now.
The suites at Yankee Stadium are pretty nice.
Very nice.
I hate saying it, but we got invited to a lot of suites, and it's a good experience.
It's a different.
They roll around with an ice cream cart, like an ice cream sundae cart,
Yeah.
and then 5 minutes after that, they roll through with a dessert cart,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, they did that.
I wouldn't have eaten all that ice cream.
They do that. They do that at the American Airlines Center.
Yeah.
We went there for hockey games, Stars games, and Maverick games. It was awesome. So wait, are you a Knicks fan?
No, these guys are.
Let's go, baby.
That's rough.
I think it's our year.
No.
Not according to Steven.
It sucks, man.
Not according to Steven.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks, man.
Who are you guys going to take this year?
Doesn't matter. No
Doesn't
offense.
matter?
Dude, it's brutal. A, I think this draft sucks. B, I don't know, man. They just don't make the right move ever. And at the same time, like, you can't blame them for some of it. But, like, I don't know.
Is it ownership or
Donovan
is it
Mitchell, it's the ownership.
Yeah.
It's like the most.
We've now heard some stories from people that are like, people that receive emails from ownership, and they've shared with us some of that, and it's like really embarrassing.
If you look at all the worst franchises in sports currently, it starts with the ownership group. Like the Knicks have been awful for so long.
Right.
Washington literally doesn't have a football team name right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Cowboys made them look like Super Bowl contenders. So.
But I mean that was a bad week. But I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's
Knicks,
stolen.
Yankees,
Yeah.
Giants.
Giants.
I don't giant. Football's my oddball. I do Broncos.
Why?
Terrell Davis growing up was
Okay.
my guy.
All right. Okay.
Every middle
Same
school.
thing?
Giants. They're Giants crews, yeah. Dude, New York sports is in a weird place, man. Jets, speaking of bad ownerships and teams, Giants are in kind of a brutal spot right now. NFC's nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks. The Nets are supposed to be next year. We'll see.
They made playoffs this year.
They made the playoffs. They're supposed to be good. I mean, KD, Kyrie.
A little happy about that.
But I don't have the Knicks Nets
thing. You don't care.
Like,
he hates the Celtics and Boston so much.
Boston sports gets under my skin.
Yeah.
Why?
Yankees, Red Sox. He lived
Grew
in
up in
Connecticut, so that's a half Boston, half Yankees. Half
Really?
Boston, half
And dude, it's
New
just
York
messed
fandoms.
up because we grow up and it's New York sports and the Yankees pay for players and blah blah blah. And they grew up, all of our Boston friends who are some of our best friends in life. They grew up with their grandparents saying like, we don't really win. We're cursed. But we like going to the games. And now for the past 20 years they've been like a title town
and spending money.
And
but
so
they still have that mindset of like
so now they're this like
us against
super
everyone. And it's like, no, you guys are the everyone now.
They're this super breed of angry yet successful fans.
So were you happy that Tom Brady left?
Oh, it's ending. It's ending. Times are changing.
Oh, God.
Times are changing. The
You
Celtics
think this
had
grip would do anything for you? I throw a thumb
Jimmy
ball
showing
every
the
now
thumb
and then.
ball.
I don't even know what that, like,
Yeah.
but like, I don't even know what type of.
It's unhittable.
Like, what would that do?
Yeah, I think I have it. Let's see.
From Jomboy thumb ball.
Do you have audio? Yeah. This is the back alley thumb ball.
Impossible to hit, easy to lay.
What?
That's it.
It's a beanball.
That doesn't work. Here, we got some good Jake swings on this video.
Have you?
All right, here we go.
Is there any urge to
We'll
like
give you a
just
fast one.
change
I'm
baseball
throwing my bat.
altogether? Like grip the ball completely differently? No, you don't want to do the thumb ball. Okay.
That's a nice hit, Jake.
Yeah, I'm a player. What are you seeing here, scouting wise? Early takes.
All right.
How would you pitch to Jake?
You see an athlete in the box.
Definitely cannot hit the outside pitch.
Okay. Yep.
Short hands.
Yep.
Yeah, he's late on the fastball. Oh, he's supposed to
I'm
crush.
staying alive there.
You look like Judge. If I looked like Marion.
Yeah, so. You think I can strike Trev out?
Yeah.
I got a lot of work to do.
Pronate.
Got a lot of work to do.
We'll you need to add a little bit more to the arsenal, though. Like, you got to kind of, because, Trev being ex-big league, he's got that eye. So you kind of got to kind of mess with him a little bit. Up, down, in. You might honestly
buzz him first pitch.
You might. I was just about to say,
Yeah.
you might need to do that. You
Take
might
him
need
off
to-
the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Maybe go first fastball away. Maybe
My
get him to
fastball's
one
got a
down.
lot of run to it, but I don't know why.
Okay. Well, start at his front hip. Start at his front hip.
Yeah. All right. That's good. Let's toss this around. I
Yeah.
get some pointers.
Yeah, but like I want to. You got to make sure you let me know when you do that though, because
Okay.
I want to see that. I want to see you start at his front hip, or get a little chin music. But the thing is though, when you give him chin music, don't laugh.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like let him know.
Yeah.
I might wear a mask so he just can't read my emotions at all.
Okay. True.
Yeah.
True.
I think this is. Let's see. I almost hit Jake in the dick with a two-seamer that runs.
I mean, okay.
No, that was a little.
That's a double.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't like that.
Okay.
See, that
keep showing that highlight.
See, that lets you know a little something. If you don't like it inside, that's
Yeah. So right here.
Oh.
That's right at it.
Yeah.
Oh. Limited hip mobility right there.
Last question. Gaming. You're playing Call of Duty. You're playing
Madden.
Okay.
Playing,
Are you playing the golf game? 2K.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm on that.
We're playing.
Okay. Okay. Trapped you.
That
was a trap.
He's been dying for someone to play
trap.
with.
It's good, man. It's good. I haven't played a golf game since like the early Tiger Woods, or like 08, 09. We played a little bit, but this game's good.
You got an Xbox?
I like it. Xbox and PS4.
Yeah,
YouTube money. So
It's got balls.
I'm still on PlayStation, but I mean, you let me know when you want to play.
Okay.
You got
What's your gaming?
Can I give you a little warning?
Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
If you're playing at like 11 at night,
Are you a nighttime gamer? Are you
you'll
like a wake up and game? Do you find a time slot?
I'm more of a nighttime guy.
Okay.
You're gonna run into midnight Jake.
I'm more of a midday. Take a break. To have a second wind of
Okay,
night.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
I'll stay
I
up
like
till like
that.
2:00.
I like that.
You'll get gummied up Jake.
Yeah.
Whispering because the dog and the girl are
Yeah, I
asleep.
get really high.
Midnight.
Like
and
uncomfortably high.
And then you'll hear a lot of him just cursing himself out.
Scare myself high.
Is this weird? But I actually like playing with guys that cuss because it's like if I'm playing against him, that
You've got
drives
the mental.
me more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That drives me more.
Okay. No, it's I was so impressed by the video game the first time I left a putt short. It felt like real life if I left a putt short. And
See, now the thing
it's
is,
a real emotion.
Do you take practice swings?
No.
That's the difference between me
No.
and you. I take practice swings because
So-
I take it like real life. If I was actually
I don't
gonna
take
golf,
practice
I'll
swings in real life when I golf. People are always
Here's what it
perplexed.
is.
It's not going to help me. It's
Right.
not going to help me.
But when I'm putting though,
We're talking about mental approaches.
okay.
My mental approach is that when I line up a putt, I'm not overthinking it. I'm finding my angle and I'm letting it ride. I don't want to pull it over and then be like, should I tie it up to the right? I'm trusting myself. Right. I line it up and I hit the ball confidently.
And results are?
I can roll it pretty well.
Okay.
I'd say that's my strength in the game.
You golf in real life too?
A little bit.
What's your handicap?
All of them.
I haven't played a lot. I mean, I moved to the city. I play bogey golf on like a good course.
He's real good at flopping it onto the green.
Double entendre. No, if I'm playing, like when I lived in Denver, I used to play like a couple times a week and hit a good ball. Little guy, not a ton of power. 275.
285.
5'6".
5 irons.
I thought you were
5
giving
irons
your
about
weight.
200. What was that? Shout out to Max Maxey. You golf?
No.
Get out there, man.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'll go to Top
Mental
Golf.
game.
I'll go to Top
Golf's
all day.
good. That used to be my first date
Is there a
spot.
Top
out
Golf
here.
here? Go tomorrow.
Yeah,
Go
there
game
is.
7.
Good.
There is.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whatever. If you want to do that, let me know.
Okay.
All right, let's go throw these balls around.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Thanks.
Follow T Hearn 14.
On Twitter, yes. And
Yeah.
21 at Instagram.
IG follows. Okay.
Need them. No.
Oh, you forgot to say what pop model
Oh,
female you're looking. You just didn't say that.
I don't really know because there's a lot of good pop models, I guess, like out there.
Okay.
Just list your favorite shake.
Yeah. Just list yours, please.
I actually
Quickly.
Meg Thee Stallion, her SNL performance.
One year.
You like that, didn't you?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, first she went like full sexy, then she sent the message, then she went back to sexy, and I was like,
Yeah. He made the dog leave the room.
heavy breath. Like, yeah. That was Taylor Hearn. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
There you have it. That was the episode. Hearn Hunch Honey discount, whatever we came up with. He liked that.
Hunch.
He's like, yeah, got to tell him.
Easy hunch. He's got to get up to 100 next year. And yeah, if there's a couple parts that seem a little weird, it's because we had the video right in front of us. So maybe we'll get some clips out with that. But
well, check it out on YouTube. You can see what we were looking at.
He's the man.
Yep. Thanks, guys. We will see you later. We'll see you later. Technically, Jake and I are on vacation right now. Jake's in Arizona right now.
We're missing.
Playing golf.
I'm lost.
He's lost. Jake's lost. How lost he looks. High in the desert of Arizona.